So what we're going to do next is I'm going to do a poll, and then a few people are going to check in just from where they are in the world. Florence, you're here, and Natalia, you're here. Yeah. Yay. Okay. So here's the poll, and then we'll have a couple check-ins. Is everyone done who's going to participate? That's such a funny question, right? Okay, I'll end it. Share results. Okay, so welcome. Can you see? Yeah. Welcome to those of you who are new to the call. And so there's quite a bit of people who have been on the call a number of times, anywhere from 1 to 23. 3 of you, I think that's you, Sveta, right? Even from a tent in Greece, you've been on every call since you knew about it, which is great. We have many Europeans. I know that it's Sheila and Florence from Asia and Africa, unless I missed something about my geography. And I'm really looking forward. John Blend is on another call first. He's multitasking today, so he'll be here after Raquel's presentation. I'm very excited about this concept of the fertile void. I don't allow it enough in my life. So COVID, still very much an issue. Some people have it very close by. And then my area is living with very few restrictions. I think that's true for my area, definitely. And it's literally half and half for the VSOF conference. It would be great if everyone here was going to join and or present. Be great. Lynn has a pretty wonderful format. Oaklander concepts. How are you? Great. Okay. It's probably me. Really okay. Depends on the day. I could answer, as I say always, I could answer every time. Many of you work with puppets. I know Natalia's here. Helping others. I want to do more to help. What didn't I ask? Do you use the apps? I talked about that. All right. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. And then I thought it would be really interesting to hear from Florence and then Natalia, just a couple minutes on how are you doing? I don't get to hear news often about how things are going in Africa, and then we'll get a Ukrainian check-in. So hi, Florence.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you all. Good evening. And thank you for giving me this small opportunity. Things have been well here in Kenya. We've basically moved from virtual to physical. So I'm working with children mostly face-to-face, although there are a couple of children who I see virtually because they are in another town, in another part of the country, or they are in just a neighboring country. 1 or 2, really, not many. Yeah, so it's been very interesting to move from virtual to physical. As we were sharing about the use of the apps, I just remembered how the apps have helped me with the ones that are away from Nairobi, which is where I live, or in a neighboring country. That has been very useful. The apps have been very useful. Yeah, so we had also started an association of play therapy 2 years ago, And we are getting more people in Kenya interested in working with children and in getting to learn about skills for applying when working with children. So that's something that has really been of great help to us around here. You know, people are beginning to see the need to have specific trainings for children. And we are planning for some conference next year in Nairobi with some friends of ours from the US. Some play therapists, about 28 of them will be coming to Nairobi next year to join us. We are calling this venture the Great Migration, which will happen at the same time when we have the migration of the animals. So
Wow,
that will be very interesting.
fantastic. That's
We are
so
moving. Play therapy in Kenya is actually now moving from baby steps to somewhere near pre-adolescence there. Yeah.
wonderful. Wonderful. So great to hear, because we heard from you pretty early on when there were some of your clients who only had cell phones in their homes, and you know, maybe even only one. And you were tasked with serving their needs and how challenging that was. And now you are getting to see them in person and grow your organization. So that's fantastic to hear about all your efforts.
Yeah.
Thank
Glad.
you. Thank you for checking in. Wonderful. Okay, Natalia.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? How are things? What check-in? We'd love to hear any check-in from you.
I'm okay. In Kiev, it's calm now. We have no missile strikes, rockets, but we have fights along the south and eastern part of Ukraine. A lot of soldiers who dies and a lot of peaceful people who live in Zaporizhia, Odessa, Kryvyi Rih. There are Ukrainian cities on the east and southern part of Ukraine. And every day my colleagues from these cities write that there are missile strikes, there are bombs. So unfortunately, it's a part of our life. And unfortunately, I have to say that we a little bit used to live in such situation because we have no another way. But in the central part of Ukraine and western part, we work a lot as a psychologist with refugees from south and western part, from eastern part. A lot of people change their piece of living. They come to us. We have a lot of refugees in Kiev, a lot of. Tomorrow is my day is my day in social service. It's we have such an organization to help people who need this help, and I work there as a psychologist. So I have children and I have adults who come to me and to my colleagues to take this help, to take consultation. Our social work has helped them with some things like brush for teeth or something else. Unfortunately, it's part of our life, and we want this war to be ended. We want this very much, but we don't know how long. maybe you have heard about the annexation of 4 regions of Ukraine, and it's something like schizophrenia of Putin, because Zaporizhia is without Russians, but they say that Zaporizhia region is part of Russia. It's crazy situation.
I have no, I have no words for the stress that you and the people in Ukraine have been under for all these months. And I so appreciate you coming to share how you are. And I think one of the things about these calls is they've sort of served as archival things, because so many things have happened. I put in a couple emails ago about the different events in the world, and I've tried to have that recorded here so we can see, wait, the pandemic wasn't enough. You know, now we have a war also that, you know, and apparently we have all these issues. And so, Natalia, all my best to you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Karen. You do a lot. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay.